look down onto the forecastle deck and just see the ship plowing through the waves. So, that's not good. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we're back in Stormworks, and today, we are checking out the S.S Normandie. So yeah guys, let's get into the video. Alright, so I must confess something before I start this video. I don't know much about the Normandie. I don't even know its deck layout, so yeah, this may be a bit confusing for me. However, I'm super excited to learn a little bit about the S.S Normandie in today's video. So let's go ahead, let's board the ship, let's go down to the engine room, and most importantly, get this thing moving, because obviously, who doesn't want to see a ship like this moving through the ocean at full speed? And also, can we change this music? Yeah, that's much better. A nice 1930s style music there. But yeah, let's go ahead, let's board the ship, and yeah, let's get this thing moving. Now, we are going to get a bit of moon physics in this video, but that's to be expected. This thing is a massive. It's bigger than the Titanic, it's bigger than the Britannic, and it may just be a little bit bigger than the Queen Mary. I could be wrong. But yeah, this thing in-game is huge. It's got a bunch of interior, and right now we're actually going down to the engine room to get this thing started up. What's cool about the engine room in-game is that this ship comes with a tutorial video that's styled in the 1930s film format, which is like this classic music, and then you have like the grainy noises and whatnot. So I will put a link in the top right corner to that video, which is basically a simple tutorial on how to get the thing moving. So yeah, I have watched that, and I am also going to turn on a light down here because it is a bit dark, and that should do the trick. And yep, we got the lights on now, and let's go ahead, let's go to the engine room, and this is very impressive. You'll see these massive turbines here, and look at that. Oh my gosh, wow. This is what I miss about ocean liners. I mean, these massive rooms and whatnot. I mean, nowadays we still have those massive rooms, but, you know, you don't get to see the old machinery, and you don't get to see all of that going. Obviously, that's not really eco-friendly or efficient, but it's still really, really cool to see all of this massive equipment all working together to get this thing moving. But anyways, let's go ahead, let's get this thing started, and first and foremost, we want to turn on the lights because it is a bit dark in here, so there we go. Alright, now we get to the fun part, which is basically turning on these massive engines. So, first thing, we have to prime the turbine bank. We actually have to do this 4 times, and 1 for each screw, so there we go. That one is started. Let's go ahead, let's go over to the next one over here. I actually do prefer longer startup procedures. I think that's super cool. It makes you feel rewarded when you actually get it started up. And yeah, I mean, turning all of these knobs and buttons and whatnot to get everything going, it's really, really cool, and it makes you feel like you're actually doing something instead of just pressing a button and that's it. So there we go. We got that going there, and let's go ahead, let's go over to the next one. And you can see it's got all of this cool stuff laid out here, and I don't even know what half of this stuff does. Don't even question me on it, because I wouldn't know. But it's just really cool to just be doing all this, seeing all the gauges start up and everything. And, I mean, to see this in the ship actually working is amazing. But there we go. Number 3 is almost ready, and there it goes. Number 3 is ready. And number 4 is started. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to now go up to the bridge and get this thing moving. So I should mention, I've actually never seen a photo of the Normandie's bridge, so kind of embarrassed to say that, but let's go ahead, let's make our way up there, and I'm definitely going to learn a bit from the interior of the vessel. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's make our way up to the bridge. Alright, so after a bit of a stroll all the way up onto the bridge deck, now we can actually go into the bridge and get it moving. So hopefully this is flawless and we don't get caught on anything, because I know that we have a bit of a gangplank that connects to the ship, so hopefully that won't be an issue. And what's cool about this ship is that these doors are just automatic, so you can just walk through it like that. That is so cool. But I think this should be pretty simple, so let's go ahead, let's first get the lights going here. So we've got red lights, heat, and bridge lights. There we go. And let's get the heat going just in case. So there we go. Alright, so now that the bridge is getting nice and warm, and we get the lights going on in here, I think. Yep, here we go. So we can actually just start moving the screws or the throttles all the way forward here, and then we should be set. Alright, that should be good in just a moment here. There it is. So let's go over to the other one. We want to get the central ones going before we get the outboards. I think that's just more responsible. I don't know if it's accurate, but let's go ahead and get this thing going. And while we're pushing that forward, look at that. That is just an awesome view. You're looking from this bridge, which is like 4 or 5 stories up, all the way down onto the forecastle deck. Really, really powerful view there, right onto it, and then onto the ocean itself. And once we're actually moving, it's going to be way more cool because obviously it's moving. I mean, this mammoth thing that's as tall as a skyscraper is plowing through the ocean. And nowadays, obviously, cruise ships are much larger, but I mean, it's still amazing to see these mammoth objects move, especially when you think of how much engineering goes into them. And that's not to say that cruise ships aren't engineered really well. I mean, well, if you think about it, a lot of them do catch fire. But anyways, if you look past that, it's really, really amazing to see how these massive ships are built. No matter if they're a cruise ship or an ocean liner, I just prefer ocean liners because, I mean, come on, ocean liners are amazing. But now I'm actually starting to hear things moving. When I'm bringing these throttles up, I'm really starting to hear things going. So I think we've done something, but I don't see any motion in the ship quite yet. I'm going to go to the helm over here and just quickly check, see what's going on here. So we have reverse engines there, but let's go ahead and take a look. Are we moving? Not quite sure what's going on. Doesn't look like we're moving, so we might have to go back down to the engine room and get it moving from there. So yeah. Alright, yeah, this is so loud down here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch everything over to manual control in the engine room. I think that would be better. So there we go. Everything is now now everything's switched over. Now let's go ahead and throttle everything up from down here, and I think this should get us moving. Alright, so let's see if we're actually moving. So let's open these doors. They are a little slow, especially with moon physics, but yep, we are moving. Are we stuck though? No, we are not. We're actually going, so this is just awesome to see this thing actually moving. But let's go ahead, let's go to the bridge, and let's actually take control of this vessel. So yeah. Alright, so I've made my way up onto the bridge, and we are definitely moving. Look at that. So we'll go ahead, we'll go into the actual wheelhouse or bridge itself. We were just on the bridge wing, but here we go. Inside the bridge, it gets a little more quiet, obviously because it's enclosed, but it is still very cool to look through the windows, especially right over here. Look down onto the forecastle deck and just see the ship plowing through the waves. So, that's not good. So, if any of you remembered, the Normandy did catch fire, and I think that's about to happen today, especially because one of our engines have just exploded. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make our way back down through the ship and see if we can put out the fire or whatever has just happened, or find out what just happened, because, yeah, that did not sound good. Oh, and that didn't sound good either. I think our engines are blowing up. Yeah, we may have an emergency situation going on. Alright, so as I make my way down into the engine room to see what these explosions are, I just want to point out how beautiful these interiors are. I mean, we're going down through this right now, and I do remember seeing that the Normandy has kind of this central structure where if you cut the ship in half, it's like this one large hallway that leads through the vessel. I think the swimming pool is located in that area, and wow, that is a lot of repeated explosions, so I should really just stop talking and go down there right now. Yeah, this is quite a shame because it's such a beautiful vessel and now it's blowing itself up. So, yeah, bear with me a moment, folks. Alright, so I can just hear the engines going, but I just hear backfiring as well. So, I don't know if that's just the engine or if we're actually in a serious problem here. And I think we are in a serious problem because those explosions don't mean anything good. So, yeah, we might have to put out a small fire located in the engine room. So let's go ahead, let's go into the engine room and see how things are doing. And oh, there it is. For a second I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong in here, and then I realized that it's on fire. So yeah, let's go down and see what the damage is, and let's see if it's life-threatening. Probably not. It's probably just a crew member that spontaneously combusted, and that would be it. But yeah, that happens from time to time, especially when you touch the engines. Never touch the engines. Let's go ahead and make our way over there. Okay, this watertight door is locked, so that's not going to do anything. Pretty sure that this fire is happening in an area that we can't actually access, like a double bottom or something like that, because I don't know if there's a way to actually get down here or get down to that level. But it seems like the fire is not really spreading, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue for us at this stage. But let's go ahead, let's check the machinery gauges, let's see if anything's off. and we'll see if we can just continue on with this small little fire here. I mean, Titanic continued with a coal fire, so, I mean, why can't we continue with an engine fire? Wait. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I mean, we are well and truly moving at this stage, and it looks like everything is just doing well, so I think we can just continue on. Alright, so besides the engine fire, take a look at this. This is quite literally one of the best interiors I have seen in Stormworks, and to know that this thing was actually on the real Normandy is amazing. I mean, look at this. You've got elevator banks here. It's almost like an elevator lobby, and the stairs just go down, and I think these are just, they go to nowhere, so yeah, but it's still really, really, really nice. Look at this. And you got the stairs going up, quite literally the grand staircase of the Normandy, and you have it leading up to this beautiful painting on the wall here. Another area that I just learned about is right at the end of the promenade at the bow of the vessel, and if we come over here we can actually see that this is a beautiful room, and it faces right out onto the forecastle deck. And wow, I mean, look at this. This is truly amazing. Wow, I'm really taken away by the detail included in this model. I mean, and I'm seeing this for the first time. I really haven't seen any of these interiors in real life, obviously, and I haven't seen them in real life photographs, so I mean, this is my first time experiencing it, and it's really, really nice. The 1930s Art Deco style is really captured in these builds here, and, you know, I mean, with the music, this is really fitting. So, yeah, really great job with the interior. Now, I have saved the best for last. So, these interiors that I'm about to show you are hands down the best interiors I have ever seen in an ocean liner in Stormworks. Here we go. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to walk in, and I just want you to take in the beauty of these interiors. This is really fabulous. I mean, look at this. We're not only standing in this room here, but we're looking all the way down through pretty much half of the ship, right down into this grand area that's going to be coming up in a moment. But I mean, just look at this. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of turn around here. You can see, just wow. Now I understand why they called the Normandy the grandest ship afloat. Look at this. This is really inviting. It's just welcoming you into this room that we're heading to right now, which seems to be a lounge of some sorts. I mean, I don't exactly know what these rooms are called, but I mean, the looks of it, the detail, the grandness of it is just amazing. I mean, look at this. This is a massive vaulted ceiling, and you have to remember that this is on an ocean liner. Look at this. Just amazing. You've got these long curtains and whatnot. Wow, and you've got these paintings and everything, or actually, these could be lacings on the wall, but, I mean, look at this. And here we come to the elevator area, I believe, and you've got your 4 elevators, and then the stairs would go down or whatnot, but really amazing. So, obviously, that's where it curtains off, that's where it closes off, but this is an amazing experience. If you have the PC to run it, please download it. It is amazing. It is really worth the lag. I mean, I'm not even worried about moon physics right now. I'm just taking in the beauty of this. So, right on with the creator. Right on. This is probably some of the best work I have seen in Stormworks. Okay, so here we are in the chart room, and I really don't want to sink this ship. It looks amazing, but we will sink it, and we will sink it by fire, which is kind of fitting because the real ship sank by fire, and also this ship is currently on fire. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's sink the ship. So we're going to go ahead, unlock the fire box here where we can just press it, and then we will sink the ship. And I'm wondering if that fire has actually spread in the engine room, and that's why we've actually lost power on the engines, but who knows? At this point, it's all going to be on fire and, well, destroyed, which is so sad, but here we go. There it is, folks. We are now on fire. Oh, there it is! Now, as we all know, the Normandy did sink, but it didn't sink in a way that you would imagine, like a regular ship where there's a hole in the bottom or a fire kind of caused a hole in the ship. No, the ships that were actually trying to save the Normandy were just pumping water onto it. And what happens when you add water to a ship? Well, it should be obvious. I mean, it sinks. And, that noise that's happening right now, the constant acceleration of that throttle or that that turbine sounds very dangerous, so I'm pretty sure that that fire below decks is doing something that isn't really okay right now, so yeah, it really doesn't matter anymore. I mean, this ship is going to go down, and now it is actually sinking. I mean, there is a hole in the bottom of the ship. It is taking on water, and it is going down, and I mean, look, we're already starting to lean a bit. I think that's like 1 or 2 degrees over to the port side, but yeah, this is bound to be bad. Here's a cool view we have yet to see, and this is from the bow looking aft. So as you can see, we've got that beautiful superstructure, and unfortunately you can see the ship is listing over more and more and more, and eventually it's just going to capsize and sink, which is very sad, but yeah, I mean, it had to happen. I mean, it was already on fire to start with. It is a very beautiful ship, but I mean, just a shame that it is sinking. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's go over here. And it looks like these are kind of like docking bridges, or maybe secondary bridge wings, or not really bridge wings, but just wings on the side of the ship that you can look out from. Definitely not passenger accessible, I would imagine, but yeah, very cool. The Normandie is really going over now. It's about maybe 15 degrees, and the water's getting closer and closer to that open promenade, or that enclosed promenade, I should say. And once it actually gets there, it's going to rapidly fill that space, and it's going to start just pouring into the ship, and it's going to go down into those interiors, and that's actually going to pull the ship down. It's not going to settle on the bottom. We are nowhere near the bottom right now, so I mean, this thing is just going to drop, so this is going to be really interesting. We'll see how things go, but at this point, the Normandie is really starting to go over. Alright, so we're now standing in one of the rooms at the very front of the ship, looking all the way down to the promenade aft. And as you can see, the water is rapidly pouring in. I think that's a glitch, but it's definitely pouring in. And, yeah, not good for the ship. Alright, so here we are in the starboard side promenade, and instead of water, we see smoke. And if we look down, then we see the water, because the whole ship is on its side, and yeah, not a great sight. Whoa, hold on. What is going on? Okay, the ship is suddenly rolling really bad. Oh my gosh. What the heck? The ship split in two. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not good. We're gonna die. Yep, we are gonna die. Unless we don't get up and over this railing, we will die. Okay, quick. Get onto the generator or winch or whatever this thing is. Go. Alright, there we go. Okay, somehow I just did that. The stern has just completely sheared off. Maybe buoyancy, I don't know. Maybe the magnets gave out, but yeah, this is not good. Holy cow. This is definitely not part of the sinking. This is definitely not part of it. Yeah, this is not good. But it does make for a more dramatic end here. As you can see, this is really it at this point. Holy cow. Well, that's really weird. As you can see, the room is just completely split off if you look this way. Luckily, this portion of the ship is still floating, which means everyone will be able to survive if you're on that section. Which, if you're not, then probably not. But we'll see. Okay, yeah, this is like straight out of the Poseidon Adventure. I'm literally holding on or sitting on a tree right now as the room below me fills with water. Let's see if we can actually escape here. Will I plummet to my death? Actually, I think I can actually just quickly jump over here. But as you can see, yeah, this has made everything accelerate exponentially. It's just going to get faster and faster and faster now. Since the ship is on its side, it's just really gonna pull it down. I think there was definitely something that broke in the sinking. Maybe it's that fire. Maybe the fire broke something in the electrical system. But whatever happened, we're gonna just ignore it for now and just say the ship decided to roll over completely. So yeah, there it goes. The water is quite literally filling the lower spaces of the ship. I am trying to clamber up onto this wall here, and there we go. Okay, let's see if we can jump across here. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, no. Grab on. Oh, nope. Folks, this is it. I'm dead. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call that there. I think this has been a pretty cool sinking. Obviously, it's getting more and more laggy as time goes on, so yeah, calling it quits would probably be the best idea, especially for my computer. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.